Not feeling good enough is one of the most common beliefs that people have. It is important to note that nobody was born into this world feeling they were not good enough. This means that events that happen in our lives cause this belief, and it usually starts in childhood. Very often related to a number of events, but sometimes perhaps one single event can cause this negative belief that has an impact throughout many areas of our lives. It may impact relationships, the jobs we go for, whether we take on a challenge or not, how we commit to challenges. It may link to procrastination, a sense of low confidence, low self-belief, and even self-worth. Here are some examples of events that can cause us to believe we are not good enough. Feeling that a sibling is doing better than us. This could be physically, it could be intellectually, it may be related to comments that people around you have made, often without bad desire to impact you, but nevertheless, those comments have had an impact on you. Being bullied is another key reason why people feel they're not good enough. In childhood, bullying often is linked to name calling. If you were called ugly or useless or pathetic time after time, that will become something you may even begin to believe about yourself, despite the fact it's untrue, completely untrue. A sense of failure can be a key reason why people feel they're not good enough. I personally failed an exam called the 11 plus, and that caused me to feel that intellectually I wasn't that bright. And it was many, many years later where I realised that I am intelligent, just maybe a different kind of intelligence to what that exam required. Often being told by a parent or a teacher, somebody who we may look up to, that we're just not doing well enough or that we won't amount to anything. Those negative comments can seriously impact us and can link to not feeling good enough. I wonder if you feel this way and you're drawn to this recording for a reason, then what may be the reasons that you feel you're not good enough? Now, part of not feeling good enough is what we call the inner voice, that running commentary we have in our mind. It often says, I can't do that, or it says, others are better than me. And even when you do well, that inner voice still has doubt. It will assume that a success was a fluke, or it wasn't really as good as it was. You'll actually make excuses as to why you did well, rather than accepting that you did well. And not feeling good enough really can hold us back in life. It can cause us not to just go for it. When people feel good enough, when people have good confidence and good self-esteem, they're actually less afraid to fail because they realise that one failure does not define them. And in fact, failure is more a state of mind than it is a reality. The other thing about not feeling good enough is that we notice every failure we have, but not the successes. And this has a real impact on our scales of self-belief and self-worth. If every negative thought was a stone that fell on those scales, and every positive thought was a stone on the other side, the problem is you won't allow those positive thoughts about yourself to fall onto those scales. So your scales of belief about yourself are not fully balanced. They're not true, they're not fair, but they become your reality. As you keep adding the stones to, I failed, I'm not good enough, I can't do that, others are better than me, but you fail to see what you do well. And what that does is it effectively reconfirms that negative belief time and time again. So you continue to believe you're not good enough, and that belief actually becomes more and more powerful as you confirm it. But it's not true and it's not balanced, but it's understandable that you got to that point. And sadly, what this does is it causes you to stay stuck in a cycle of not feeling good enough. It's really, really important to address the root causes of our negative beliefs. And in my work over the past 14 years, I have realised how important it is that we address those root causes, those memories, those emotions that stay stuck in us. And when we do address those, our belief system can actually begin to change. It's incredible how we can turn a really negative belief system around. Not feeling good enough is just one of those possible beliefs, but it has links to other areas. Along with addressing the memories, one other area is that critical voice that you have of yourself, that inner voice, that voice that also says, I can't do that, or the voice that is cruel when you have made a mistake or failed at something. We can address that inner voice too. That's linked to your conscious thinking as well as to your unconscious beliefs. And something you can take away from this is to start to address your inner voice. So notice when you're being hard on yourself. Notice when you're telling yourself you can't do something. And every time that negative voice comes up with a criticism or a I can't, I want you to flip it into something positive. I want you to tell yourself, I can do something. I can do this. And also, even if you do make a mistake, be kinder to yourself. Accept that mistakes are fine. They're all part of learning. Everybody makes mistakes if they're honest. So mistakes are not a problem. It's how we learn from them that's really important. So start to be kinder to yourself, maybe the way that you would treat a good friend, because we tend to be much harder on ourselves than we are to other people. See if you can begin to tilt your scales to begin to believe, maybe I am good enough. That flourishes into, yes, I am good enough. I'm more than good enough. That's what I want you to take away from this, is just to start to be a little bit kinder to yourself, to recognise, even if your mind naturally comes up with a negative thought about yourself, I want you to counteract that negative thought so you start to rebalance those scales, being more positive to yourself. So that's my challenge to you, is when that negative voice comes in, counteract it. Doesn't matter at the moment whether you believe it or not, just counteract it. Ask yourself, what would you say to a good friend? That's what I want you to do for now. So thanks for listening. We will catch up again soon, and I look forward to that.